Well, that'll kind of lead us on to our first topic tonight. And again, this was a suggestion. I thought it was a great topic that we could all just kind of go around the horn. But I'm going to entitle this one "A Hidden Passion." So we do collect stuff that's a little bit weird to a lot of people whenever they think about painted stone that we collect. And so the question posed in the Facebook group was, is it something that as collectors that are we real forthcoming outside of, like, obviously we do this on YouTube, but like, to everybody else, like, do we tell our friends and family? Do we tell people we work with about these collections? Do we have people over to look at them, or do we keep them private? I think this was Thomas Nielsen's question. So I just kind of want to go around the horn. Like, what do you guys think? Is it something that, I know that we're proud of it here, but in real life, is it something that everybody in your life knows about? How about you? We start with you, Dan.
Family and friends, certainly, they all know it. Work select people that I'm closer with do, but that's with really any aspect of my personal life, not just, hobbies or, that kind of thing. It's any aspect. So yeah, there's a handful of people that I consider friends that I work with that know about it. Sure. Yep. Nobody that I talk to about it, there's nobody that that I can kind of go into the kind of depth, obviously, that we go into on a daily basis. That's why, I love our friend group as much as I do, because it's great. You can share all the detail you want. Absolutely. 5 slobs.
I'd say 5 slobs, but man.
God, you believe they're talking about you guys that way?
This is coming from somebody called Dickface, so it's like, just saying, I know, we're playing with you too. Real quick, sorry for the interruption here, but Josh Duckwall, $20 super chat. Thank you very much. Good evening, Chris and crew. Hope everyone is well. Wanted to thank you all for the continued content and push to get some amazing statues. Cheers. Well, thank you very much, Josh. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. Again, that all goes into the Bat Bunker Fund, which I think is starting on Monday, I think. So it's getting really, really soon here, which is a little scary and a little exciting all at the same time. So again, thanks very much, Josh. I don't know if you were done, Dan. I don't know if you were done. Okay.
That's my 2 cents on the topic.
Okay. All right. How about you, Eric?
Yeah, similar to what Dan said. It's not like I go around work and like brag about the statues I have. I think people probably think I'm crazy if I did something like that, or not even understand it. Like, even with my friends, I have, a good set of friends that I've known for a long time. And if they do come over, I don't think they still fully grasp, these are high-end collectibles. They cost a lot of money, don't touch this and that.
Do they think it's cool though, or do they think it's
weird? Yeah. Everybody always thinks it's very cool when they come over and look at them. But for the most part, I try to keep that quiet, because at the same time, I know these things do cost a lot of money, and I don't want to go around bragging that I have this huge high-end collection. That's not as much as most people have, but either way, I don't want somebody coming and tempting them to break into my house that I have all this valuable stuff in my house. It's like saying I have tons of gold and jewelry laying around my house. It's not something I want to go around sharing with everybody, even though I'm on YouTube now doing it. But
yeah, I understand that completely. How about you, Jeff Delaney?
There was a time in my late teens, early 20s, where I did not disclose to practically anyone that I collected comics. But statues, I've never really been guarded about. So I like Eric said, I don't announce it, but if it comes up in conversation, I certainly acknowledge it and talk about it. Funny story, a couple of weeks ago, we had an angry customer at work who had a bad interaction with my boss. And so he came to me to express his displeasure, and he was pretty angry. And so he's talking to me, and he looked over my shoulder at my desk where I have a bunch of pops, mostly Justice League pops. And he stopped talking and opened up his jacket to reveal a JLA t-shirt. And we totally bonded, and he caught Justice League kind of tempered that whole situation. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So no, I don't keep it quiet, but I don't announce it either.
Yeah. How about you, Jeff Morris?
Close friends, that have been to my house see it, but I don't really. It's not something that it doesn't really come up unless somebody is talking about. Like a character or something, and I feel close enough to them to really talk about or show them some pictures of. But company comes, they think it's cool. I'm sure they think it's odd. They're like, why do you have so much crap?
But it's nicely organized.
Yeah, it's fairly organized.
I think my father-in-law thinks I'm a nut.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
That's fine. Yeah.
Family and friends are like, but that is not far from being true. So yeah.
We don't want to know what our families actually think. I mean, they're going to be nice about it, but we don't want to know what they actually think.
If you don't have the collecting gene, it's going to look weird.
Correct.
Yeah.
How about you, Julia? Do you share with your friends and family?
A lot like Jeff Delaney. So very, it's like people who need to know. I don't go around advertising it, but I also don't have, well, as of right now, too much. So what I do have just nicely fits within my spot here, and this is also like my writing area. So I feel like there's my excuse. It's all part of my art and my inspiration. So
it's a great way of looking at it. I like that. That's awesome. Well, I'm the same way with a lot of you. Like, I mean, my friends and family know about it, but like, I don't advertise it like at work. Again, a lot of you know that I'm an elementary educator. And so, I keep thinking, man, I could have like 500 new subs every year, but it's like, I don't ever tell the kids. Like, that's just something I feel like it's just, I don't cross that line. Even though we are a family friendly channel here, like I still feel like that's just something I don't do. And I don't talk about it at work really. There's a few people at work that know I have a channel.
Do kids ever recognize you and be like, oh, I've seen you on YouTube, like from your school?
This year, I actually had somebody that recognized me from TikTok, that I had some TikTok videos. They're like, I know your channel.
Secret's out.
Yeah, the secret's out. But I actually kind of was thinking it might blow up from there a little bit in the school, but it really didn't. So it's like, because I talk to the kids about, like, they know that I do social media and stuff like that, because we talk a lot about, me being a counselor, we talk a lot about the dangers of social media and how you have to be careful with passwords and all that stuff. Especially when I teach my 4th and 5th graders. And it's just one of those things where I talk about it, but I don't really tell them what it is specifically. But it's cool. Like, I mean, like having the contractors over at the house, like I was trying to explain to them kind of, what was going on. And then they brought other, like the electrician came over this week and they're like, can I see your collection? Like he was really excited. So like when people come over, they, again, being in the middle of Kansas, like, people don't see anything like this ever. And so these are very unique rooms that we have without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
So when you have the people that put in the Wi-Fi and security system, and when I got the new TV last year, and the guys from Best Buy came, and the one guy that was putting in the Wi-Fi routers was like, he said, there's a guy, and he told me an area not far from here, and he said he has got Alex Ross like paintings all over his house.
Wow.
I'm like, damn,
that's cool.
This is why I keep those things private. I don't want my info going around to the wrong person.
Yeah, sure.
He didn't disclose anything, but he was like, and then he went upstairs and got the other guy, and he's like, you have to come down here.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's another thing, is like doing the YouTube thing, is like Eric said, it is a little scary because, you don't want people to like think, well, I'm going to break in and, and I'm sure we all have, great security systems, but it's like one of those things where there is a lot of money down here, although it'd be very difficult to
the good thing with statues is it's not so easy to just pick it up and steal it. It's kind of heavy, and chances are you're going to break it on the way out. So
I dare somebody to try to steal Mr. Freeze.
Would break in to just tear crap up.
Yeah,
it's my fear.
Yeah, very very true.
I'd hate to have to shoot somebody, but
so he mentioned Alex Ross. Julie, are you a fan of that kind of artwork also? I mean, I know you said you were into art and photography. Are you into like some of those, awesome paintings from Alex Ross or Lita Bermejo or some of those artists?
Oh, I love it. Everything that you've gotten, Chris. I mean, really, if I had unlimited space and money, I just love it. I have a couple of pieces that, I've been drawn to them, some poison ivies. I have the Tula Lotte behind me, which I just love. I just love that. So again, I mean, I try to keep it manageable because I don't want my room to, look overwhelming. But if I had like all the space, oh yeah, I love it. I think that those Alex Ross pieces, and then you got the Bermejo one with the Batman and the Joker, and for me, I feel like my collection, I don't know, it's definitely more feminine, I feel, talking to Paula, I feel like she and I have the same kind of, she collects the Harley Quinn, I collect the Poison Ivy, so I definitely like the things that look more feminine. But yeah, if I had all the space.
I know that's where we get in trouble, right? It's like we always say we want more space, and I'm getting ready to go in a lot more space, but then at the same time, I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because again, it's just you got to fill it, and then when you fill it, then what do you do? And then when's enough? We could go on for hours about that, but I love when people pair the art with the statues. I think that just always looks so nice. Obviously, Dan's a great inspiration for me. Being able to visit recently and see how great all the art looks, and that's I think that's what I'm most nervous about with the new space, is trying to figure out how to incorporate the art into that space. But I know I've got some great people for advice here, so in this great community watching. So 205 people right now. Thank you guys so very much for being here. If you would do me a favor, hit the like button. That really helps us out tremendously. Anything else you guys want to talk about with the rest of topic one, or do you want to move on to? I just realized I didn't have the number one in my topic, but do you want to move on?
Julia brought up an interesting idea. What percentage of everyone's collection is male versus female? I think I'm 50-50.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not 50-50.
No.
I feel like my collection was mostly male, and now it's becoming mostly female.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 7 in my collection, 7 female statues. I've got 3 Harley Quinn third scales. I've got 1 green poison ivy and 1 flesh color poison ivy on the way. I've got a Catwoman from Arkham, a poison ivy from Samurai, and another Harley Samurai. That's it.
I have 13 females, so that's a little less than half.
That's awesome. I think Julie, yours is all female except for the Joker?
All female. I had to get the 2 Nicholson Jokers because they're just my favorite. And I finally just said, you know what, they're not gonna probably make another Nicholson, so if I can get them, I'll get them. And then I have the Killing Joke Joker, the 12-inch one with the camera, and I have your OG Joker, Chris. I call him the Fred Astaire Joker.
Yes.
So he's
yes, cool. such a great piece, and still lives up. I still feel like it holds up to everything that's new.
I just love that piece. Yeah, he fits in. He has a certain, I don't know, flair, elegance about him. He fits in. But yeah, that's really it. So aside from a couple of Jokers, all female.
That's awesome. I wish that that's the thing, is only collecting Batman. You are a little bit limited to how many females there are. I mean, again, I would really love Italia. I've been asking for her for a long time. Punchline, I got the shipping notification for Punchline, so I am getting her in. And so I'm really excited to add another female, because I do like the balance. I mean, it is very, male dominated in this room for sure.
But you can do Gotham City Sirens. You can do Birds of Prey. There's
true.
a lot of Batman related females.
I actually, in my count, I forgot because I have my closet closed over there, but I also have the Sideshow Catwoman, the Sideshow Harley, and the Tweeterhead Harley.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
Jeff, you know what piece I had my finger on the trigger the other night, and I just couldn't do it until I talked to you guys. The Sideshow premium format Huntress, but not the new one, the old one.
Oh, I like that piece.
That's a really nice looking piece.
So there's a thing with that piece, and I don't know if it was the whole run or just the mini that I've seen, but it's like they didn't let the paint dry on that piece before they shipped them out.
Yeah.
So the cape comes over, and there are 2 gold pegs that go right in here. And when I took mine out, when I sold it, it took a bunch of the paint with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it's still invisible with the cape on, but I've seen other collectors with the exact same problem.
Okay.
Yeah. They actually had to ship people new capes. I don't know if you ever did you ever get the new cape too and all that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Crazy.
the paint bled, the purple bled into the white on the cape.
Yeah, I had somebody reach out to me wanting to fix that, and they never realized they issued a new cape. And I was like, well, even if I fix it, once you put back on the old cape, it's just going to happen again. You got to try to contact them and see if you can get that new cape.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, the pose on that piece and the portrait, everything's really cool. That's a nice piece.
Okay. Cool. Good.
It's very pretty. I've seen that one in person.
Have you?
I actually kind of like it better than the new one.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I do, but I don't know. To me, the portrait is more reminiscent of the Prime 1/3 scale, which to me is just incredible.
it's closer
Yeah, it's incredible. I love that.
at a much more affordable price.
But she looked a little bit more like an adult.
Right.
And the new one looks a little like maybe 21 at best.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
But I do like the new one. I have it, and I really like it.
I like them both.
She goes really good with Harley Hill on wheels and the Batgirl crashing you through the window.
Yep.
Another one I thought of that I would love to see somebody make is one of my all-time favorite. I don't know why. I don't know why I love this character, but I love the ventriloquist.
Oh,
And you know, I don't know if anybody will ever make the ventriloquist, but you know, eventually he had a female handler. I can't remember what her name was in the comics. Do you guys remember?
No.
No.
I can't remember, but you know, she was kind of always like in a long, you know, like an entertainment dress or something. But I think that would be cool too, to do a spin with her as a statue. But I don't think we'll ever get that. But
if even you can't remember her name,
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's the bad thing. It is. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.